Okay, so here's another egg recipe for you. I'm doing an omelette this time, really simple, using a similar method to scrambled egg, but this time we're going to start by adding a few little ingredients. You can add anything you like, peppers, onions, any other vegetables you fancy. I'm using mushrooms today, so I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there. You can again use low fat spread if you want to, or alternative oils. While that is melting, I'm just going to break my eggs into this bowl. Again, very, very simple and a really fantastic lunch, and so quick, especially if you've got little kids around and you want to feed them really quickly. I know what it's like when you've got children and they're really hungry and you want to feed them quickly. So I'm whisking this up until it goes pale yellow. So all the yolks mixed in, you'll just see it turn to sort of custardy colour. See that butter melting as well. And I'm going to start by putting those mushrooms in just to fry them off. Doesn't matter if you've got a bit of egg on there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of cream to this, just to add a bit of lushness. Put the lid back on that. Put that out of the way. Bit of salt. If you're cutting down on salt, you don't need to add the salt. You could use low salt, and I'm adding quite a lot of pepper. You can add whatever herbs you like. You could use paprika, oregano, any kind of herbs. You can use fresh herbs or dried herbs, whatever you've got. Okay, so I'm just going to move these mushrooms around, and you can see that they're soaking up quite a lot of that butter, which makes them absolutely delicious. Whoever's eaten fried mushrooms will know how lovely they are if they're fried in butter. And you don't really need to cook them for very long, because we're doing quite quick recipes. I will speed it up a little bit, and you can just cook them to your liking. I've also got some fresh herbs here, so I'm going to use a little handful of parsley in mine. You could use more or less, add any herbs you like. And I've also got some grated cheese. This is a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. You can add as much as you like. If you like stronger cheese, like I do, you could use cheddar, just cheddar, or a stronger cheddar if you want to. And so all of your ingredients there are mixed in. You can add the cheese at the end if you prefer. Might as well use this up so it doesn't get wasted. And use up the herbs as well. Chives would be nice. Any kind of chopped up herbs. And again, use your leftovers. So if you've got the odd courgette left over or some leek, you could just fry it. Any kind of vegetables to start as your base. Fry them up, little bits of chopped up ham, anything you've got left in the fridge that you want to use up. So because we want to try and cut down on food waste. Mushrooms don't tend to last a huge amount of time, so try to use them quickly, otherwise they start to kind of go off. And we don't want to waste any food, especially when there's people going hungry. So those, you can leave them for a lot longer and brown them, but it's to your liking. I don't really mind stuff that's al dente or cooked a little bit less than other people do, but some people like them really, really browned. But I just wanted to show you very quickly how to do an omelette really quickly. So any kind of veg, onions, peppers, anything like that, start as your base, and then you can add things as you go along as well. A lot of people say that you should grill them under the grill if you've got one. However, I'm going to try today without a grill, which should be interesting, and I'm just going to pour the mix over the mushrooms and just kind of spread it around the pan. So a bit like a pancake really. If you've got too many mushrooms around the edge, which I have, I'm just going to try and push it around. Put my eggs in here, out the way. And then it should kind of form a pancake kind of mixture really. And hopefully underneath there it will be bubbling away, hopefully turning brown. If you're worried about it and it breaks up, it still tastes like omelette at the end of the day, and you know it's going to taste delicious whatever happens. So like a broken pancake, when you're making one of those, try not to worry about being perfect. You can move it away from the edge slightly and start to kind of tip the egg into the gaps where you've pulled it away. Hopefully you can see that, and that will make it cook a bit quicker. And as I said, if you want to, you can just transfer it under the grill. You can also, when you feel like it's done, flip it and then just have it a little bit soft in the middle. Some people quite like it like that, or some people like it done really quickly and they flip it. It's been quite a long time since I've made an omelette, it's quite exciting. And again, really versatile. If you remove the butter from it and the cream, it's really healthy actually. High protein, and you've got one of your 5 a day with the mushrooms, and really quick if you want a quick lunch, or if you're working from home. So that's it really. You can make any toppings to go with it. You can add more cheese if you want before you put it under the grill, so you get that crispy topping. But you'll start to see that it will cook underneath and become quite sort of firm. And then you can just sit and watch it. It's quite therapeutic really if you've had a very stressful day. Thinking about whether I'm going to flip this one. You can still see that it's runny on the top, so what I'm doing is trying to push some of that runny bit round to the edges so that it cooks a bit more quickly. But you can leave it however long you like until you feel that it's ready. Eventually it will cook all the way through, but if you do want to speed it up, just pop it under a grill for a couple of minutes and it'll be done. So it's very similar to the scrambled egg in the fact that you've got the whisked up eggs to start with, and it's just that you don't mix it to break up the mixture. With the scrambled egg it just clumps together and forms into lumps. With this you just leave it flat like a pancake, and again eggs are so versatile, you can use them for anything. Pancake mix, Yorkshire pudding mix, just for a healthy lunch, boiled eggs, fried eggs, poached eggs. And I think people forget how nutritious they are and how easy they are to come by, and you can buy big packs now for quite cheap money, especially if you buy the mixed sizes. But I would go for free range if I could, all the time. Turn that up a bit higher. Got a rogue mushroom there, I'm just going to flick him back in. I think if I had more time I would have browned the mushrooms for longer, but you can still see that they're completely fine. And we're trying to show people really quick ways of cooking. So I'm just going to really leave that to cook, and eventually I'll try and flip it so that then it cooks on the other side rather than putting it under the grill. Sometimes I find the grill can be, if you haven't got a pan that has got a heat-proof handle, you can't really use the grill to grill things so much unless you've got one that sticks out of the grill. But just be careful if you are using the grill, just make sure you check your handle is heat-proof, so otherwise you'll end up with a melted handle. I'm just going to add a bit more pepper over the top. And you can really start to see that it's starting to firm up now, and you can leave that for as long as you like and how you prefer it. Some people quite like it with a bit of runny on the top, but I don't really like that, but you can flip it over when you think you're ready for it. So that's your basic omelette.